everybody. Welcome to ICC's Game of the Week with your host, as always, Joel Benjamin. The chess community is mourning the passing of another of its legends, Grandmaster Viktor Korchnoi. Korchnoi is best known for his fruitless pursuit of Anatoly Karpov's world title. Match defeats in 1974, 78, and 1981 relegated Korchnoi to the status of being, quite possibly, the best player to never become world champion. Korchnoi put a personal stamp on chess with far more than his excellent play. He was a tremendous fighter with a singular devotion to playing chess. He would travel all over, often to North America, where developing players like yours truly had an opportunity to play him. He rarely demanded large appearance fees, like many of his colleagues. His absolute love of playing probably enabled him to play at a high level, arguably longer than anyone. He was an elite player in his 50s and still over 2,600 for a lot longer. For my tribute to Viktor the Terrible, I would like to recount a game I played with him in 1986 when I had just been awarded the GM title. I felt like one before the game, but the course of it made me wonder. Korchnoi still knew a heck of a lot more about chess than I did. The endgame and the story that goes with it was truly delightful, though rather embarrassing for myself. All right, let's get to it. This game was played in Jerusalem. It was a protest tournament to the Dubai Olympiad, and it contained players from countries that were boycotting the tournament and also just players that were individually boycotting the tournament. Okay, so I'm playing white, and we get a Queen's Indian. Now, A3, known as the Petrosian system, although arguably could be renamed the Kasparov system because Garry Kasparov took it up in the early 80s and played many fantastic games with this move, and it was largely his influence that got me interested in A3. And it was actually very, very big in the 80s. Nowadays, G3 has reclaimed its spot and become automatic, but A3 was a lot of heavy theory on it back then. Bishop b7, knight c3, and d5 takes. And knight takes d5 is rather more popular recapture than e takes d5, which blocks the bishop's diagonal. Here e3 is one of the main moves, but queen c2 was also very popular. And here eventually knight takes c3 became kind of the main move, which usually transposes to what we could have had in the game after pawn takes knight c5, although white can try for something different with queen takes c3. So Korchnoi played c5, and now e4 was the main move, leading to a position where white is trying to play with a big center, but black can also do many things to combat that. I played a move which was led to a line that was kind of popular at the time, d takes c5, though since the 80s and the, let's say, mid-90s, there haven't been too many games from this position. Bishop takes c5, and now bishop to g5. So black has responded to the attack on the queen most often with queen c8, and then usually rook c1, and black can drive the bishop back with h6 and go to h4 or d2, and the game continues from there. There have been several games, probably the most common continuation. Korchnoi plays f6, and this, well, leads to a slight weakening of the position, but it does, of course, gain some time. Probably queen c8 is a little bit of a sounder move, but this f6 was tried out in many other grand